Greetings. Welcome back to Beaver Branch Disc Golf Adventures. I'm Brian Morris, and today we have a Westside Discs Moonshine Sword in the VIP plastic. We're going to take a quick look at it, and I'm going to check it out and I'm going to review it. I'm going to throw the Lucid X Trespass. If you've seen some other reviews, I have reviewed Trespass versus Sword a couple times, and a regular VIP, and then the 2021 Stinchcomb TP or Tournament X plastic. The Trespass comes in at a speed 12 glide 5, turn of -0.5, and a fade of 3, where the Sword comes in at a speed 12 glide of 5, turn of -0.5, and a fade of 2. So all indications show that the Sword will be a little bit less stable, but we're gonna have to check that out when we get out there. We're gonna take a quick look at the profiles. I am with Trilogy Talk Team and Under Par Apparel. If you go to Trilogy Talk, you can find I believe the Sword, the Moonshine Sword, is still available there, and a whole bunch of other Westside discs, as well as dynamic discs and Latitude 64. So check them out. Use code Morris22 to get a discount at checkout, and let's see what we got. Pardon me for the long intro. Here we go with a look at the profiles. We have VIP on the left, VIP Moonshine Sword on the right. You can take a look at the differences in the rim. Here you have a Lucid Trespass on the left, the VIP Moonshine Sword on the right, and they look very close. Here you have the Lucid X Kona Montgomery Trespass on the left with the VIP Moonshine on the right. Here you have the 2021 TPX on the left and VIP Moonshine on the right. You can see a little bit of difference there. The TPX definitely came out a little bit flatter and is definitely a pretty stable disc. That's Lucid X on the left there. Here you have VIP versus Moonshine. And the VIP definitely had the most dome out of all of the discs that we'll compare. We're going to start off just throwing the VIP Moonshine on a hyzer. As always, just getting warmed up here with a nice hyzer snap. I had two of them. One has a silver stamp, one has kind of a bronze stamp. They're both 175. And in fact, all of the discs in this video are 175, and I believe the TPX Sword is a 176. Here we are on a flat release, slight flex with the VIP Moonshine Sword. You can see that it's not completely overstable, but definitely stable. Like, you could put a little bit of juice into it. Obviously, if you have a very big arm, like 400 foot plus, this disc is going to move to the right a lot more for you than I pretty much top out around 400 feet. Here you have Anheuser release and a very lucky shot. Wasn't off a tee pad, but it was about 340 feet out. Here is the second one, and this one, the wind changed a little bit, which caused it to kind of fade out a little bit more, which is more of what I expected from that shot. Here you have a look at the disc in the basket. Always fun when you throw a long shot in. And the other one was off to the left as it faded out. Here we're going to go with a forehand. Now the Sword is a little bit more dome than a Trespass, but definitely for me a very similar slot in the bag. I pretty much stick with the Trespass. I find the Trespass to be a little bit more accurate but I can throw the sword further. I feel like the sword has a little bit more glide than the Trespass. And here we're going to start looking at some comparisons. I'm trying to release all of these on a flat release, and I'm going to throw both of the VIP Moonshines first. Up next, we're going to go to the Tournament X or TPX sword. Now this sword does have a lot of stability. As you can see, that fade at the end. Here is a regular Lucid Trespass, which pretty much never stood up. It never got to straight and hyzered out. It does have that 3 fade, as the sword has the 2. Here you have a VIP sword, which has only been thrown in the field, but definitely straightens a lot more than the Moonshine. Here is the Kona Lucid X Trespass. So similar slots in the bag. Definitely a nice driver for someone who isn't a complete power driver. So I find the Trespass and the sword to be a good driver for me. Definitely worth checking out. If you have a stronger arm, it's definitely going to flip over a little bit more for you. That's it for this review comparison. We thank you for watching, and we will see you on the next one.